But I remember back in 1963, Steve Smith and myself, or Sahi, as he's known now, coming down to Winston-Salem with one trench coat between us on the train, getting off at the station here in Winston-Salem, which is a garage now. And no one was there to greet us, 3 o'clock in the morning. And then looking out down on the platform and with the steam coming up, and we saw this little head going way down at the end of the platform. And that head started to come closer to us, and the closer it got to it, the bigger the head got. And when it got to us, we were in awe. We were looking up at this gigantic man. He took us to the campus and put us in the gym. That was our first dormitory, actually, when we got here. But it's so strange, as time goes by, the older you get, the remembrances that you have, and knowing how important people have been in your life, the things that they taught you, just by being around them, the things that you picked up. And Coach Gaines was that type of individual. He used to say things to make us think about things, to stimulate our minds. And this is, one of the problems that you have when you're away is that you're away from everything. And coming here today, I was okay until I got here. This giant of a man, which is really a little teddy bear. Of course, as hard and brutal as he could be to you, and he could be brutal. In the next sentence after he's brought you down to the lowest nip, he'd pick you right back up and tell you he was behind you. Let's get up, boy, let's go. And he's so much responsible for so many of us, not just going to school, but our lives after school. And for so many of us, he gave us all the same thing. No one was better than the other. He gave us all the opportunity to make it in this world. And it wasn't all about sports. It wasn't all about basketball or all the other things that you might think about. But in the way that he said things, in the way that he acted, that you knew he was for you, and you wanted to be for him and do the things that he wanted you to do. This is, I was supposed to be up here reflecting and whatnot. But one of the things I found out over the course of the years is that the relationships that you have with people are so individual. My relationship with Coach Gaines is so much different from your relationship with him, and your relationship is so much different than my relationship. It's so individual. The things that you think about as you ride, the things that you think about as you lie in your bed, the things that you don't relate to other people because it's in your heart. He was someone who really turned my life around. Someone who made me what I am today, and I'm so thankful. And when I look out and I see Mrs. Gaines, I also know that he not only gave of himself, he gave of his family, Clarence and Lisa. We were just an extension of something that he brought together. Then I can remember some times that, we were all kind of poor. We never had the steaks and whatnot. He'd bring us over. Come on, boy, come on over to the house and get a piece of meat. Little did I realize at that time that he was bringing us over to the house and then taking us back to the campus so we could go out and play poker. But everything he did was well thought out. And I can remember the big piece of advice he gave to me when I was leaving school, and having gone through the fiasco with Cleo Hill going to St. Louis Hawks and being blackballed. And he said to me, he said, Earl, you know, you got to just go and do. I said, Coach, look, I'm doing what I want to do. He said, listen, boy, go up there, keep your mouth shut, and do what the man said. So I tried to do that, and thank goodness it worked out. But to Mrs. Gaines, my heartfelt condolences. Clarence, Lisa, and to Winston-Salem in general, we all have a hole in our heart. We all have a hole in our heart. That hole will be here forever. And until I meet him again, he's still my dad too. Thank you.